Boom, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Another crazy day in the Pokemon world. We had Destined Rivals, Pokemon Center ETBs drop today. I hope you snagged one. We're going to talk about the effect of that drop on the market. We're also going to talk about another giveaway, 2 packs of 151 booster packs in our next Rip and Ship giveaway. If you want to learn how to get your name in the hat to earn those, stay tuned. Welcome to PokeMarketLab. All right, let's get into it. Another crazy day in the Pokemon world, a crazy way to start the week off here. So I posted a video this morning, I'll link it above if you're interested, about 10 a.m. Just talking about the press release from the Pokemon Company, the full official release announcement for Destined Rivals. We got the regular ETB artwork, which looks fire. So we were expecting at that point to get the drop today for Pokemon Center ETBs and possibly some other products. About 10:45 a.m. Eastern, the drop comes. So the queue comes up, right? I hop in the queue, and I'm expecting this to just be hot, right? That's how all these Pokemon Center drops have been historically. Prismatic Evolutions was minutes, Journey Together was minutes, Surging Sparks was minutes. It's been a while since you've been able to get them for hours after release, we'll put it that way. So I get in the queue, and there's a way to check your position in the queue, and it's a little bit of a trick. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. A lot of people on a lot of Discords were asking how to do that, so I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. So I got through the queue after about 10 minutes. As soon as I got through, booster boxes were gone, so they did drop booster boxes. Fire-looking artwork, by the way. But they were gone by the time I get in there. Pokemon Center ETB, surprisingly, were still up, so I hopped in there, purchase limit of 1, I snagged the 1. Happy with that. That is a collector's item at this point. Excuse me. It's not going anywhere. It's not a flip or anything like that. This is the history surrounding this set already, and it's not even released, is wild. So we're holding on to that one. So happy with that. And now I'm just monitoring things, and I'm expecting, again, maybe 10 minutes top that this would hold on. I am shocked I even got one. And then 15 minutes goes by, and 20 minutes goes by, and I start checking the position, the queue again. I hop back into the queue. Nothing else I can buy at this point. I didn't do multiple orders. You're risking both your orders. If you're doing multiple orders, they will cancel your orders. I've heard horror stories of people trying to get 2, trying to sneak one in, past a purchase limit, and they cancel both their orders. So just keep that in mind. So about 15, 20 minutes goes by. I'm checking the queue. We're up to like 500,000 people sitting in the queue at this point. No idea how many are bots, how many are people, but suffice to say, people are hopping in and, just swarming. The news is traveling fast at this point. And we're still getting notifications of people making purchases, actually getting through the queue and getting an ETB. So surprisingly, again, holding on. An hour goes by. People are still checking out. At this point, the queue is up to over 1 million people, and this is people that have gone, we've already had a large chunk of people get through the queue here at this point. I've gone through that queue that first time with 100,000 people in front of me. I've hopped back into the queue a few times, and that has gone down to 0. So we're talking hundreds of thousands of people going through this website at this point, okay? But it doesn't stop there. 2 hours, over 2 hours, that queue stays up for. Okay, and people confirm they're getting checked out. Actually, up until the recording of this video, that queue is still up. There's nothing to be had in there at this point. People are just, I'm sure after work trying to hop in, see if there's any still available. The point is, this thing hung on with literally millions. I clocked it, the biggest queue at 2 million. Again, how many are people? How many are bots? How many people are just hoping to get back in to see if there's anything else in stock? I have no idea. Suffice to say, a lot of people went to the website today. A lot of people checked out. A lot of people. This was not a Journey Together, Prismatic Evolutions, or Surging Sparks situation. There's no question they printed a lot more of these Pokemon Center ETBs. A lot. How many? Obviously, we don't know, but that, given how many people had success stories today, how many people were able to get in the queue and check out, I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands, possibly over 250,000 of these things printed. Just a guess, a wild guess. But this is the hottest set, the hottest Pokemon Center drop for Scarlet and Violet. I don't think there's any question about that. Prismatic Evolutions may be a close second, but this is a hot set. and it hung on for 2 hours with people confirmed checking out. That limit of one helped tremendously, but we're still talking hundreds of thousands of people going through that website and a lot of them being able to check out. I think they printed this significantly more than other Pokemon Center drops. I think they're hopefully listening and seeing the demand signal from the market and saying, hey, we gotta, obviously there's money to be had on the table, but just also this is a big set. This is an important set. We want to get in the hands of people. And I think they kicked it up a notch in terms of print bandwidth, which kind of lines up with these cycles that I've talked about before with the print industry. They own Millennium Print Group. They own their own printer, but there's still lead time on some of this stuff, right? In terms of making sure all your supply chain lines up. Printing of boxes is separate than printing of packs, of cards and packs. The actual packaging material for packs is separate from, so everything has to kind of align, if you get what I'm saying, right? This kind of lines up with when things started to pump with surging sparks. That would have been about that time when the demand signal from the market was like, hey, we're Scarlet and Violet's on a tear. And they could have had that opportunity to kick it up in the last few months and say, you know what? Destined, yes, we have other sets. Journey Together maybe was already in the queue. Prismatic Evolutions was already in the queue, and the print queue was already in motion, right? So it was hard to go back and say, let's kick those up a notch. But my guess is for Destined Rivals, given the name, given Team Rocket, they know it's hype, and then the demand signal from the rest of the market, let's pump this one up. So I'm really curious. The question now is, was this a Pokemon Center exclusive thing, or are we going to see this on the ETBs and the booster boxes too? Booster boxes sold out pretty quickly on probably within 10 minutes or so on the drop today. Now, remember, booster boxes can be had anywhere. It's going to be some time before we know any kind of information about how much they actually printed for this. But this is an indication that maybe they're listening. Maybe they've already made some adjustments in terms of print numbers on the newer sets coming out. And that could mean, not enough to quench the demand in the market, probably not, but maybe enough to keep booster boxes from going to, I know it's absurd to say, but $500, $600 a box pre-release. If we start getting Japanese card previews for Glory of Team Rocket Japanese in the next few weeks, and they're fire and they're hot, then the booster boxes for English for Destined Rivals are going to pre-order in the bananas territory. And so if we can at least, as the weeks and months go on here, we're not getting this set until May 30th. If we can kind of see that there's enough supply in the market, maybe that'll help with demand, but it would have to be significant. It'd have to be at least twice to three times what Surging Sparks had at release. Same with Prismatic, same with Journey Together. It would have to be pretty darn significant to calm the market for Destined Rivals. So crazy happening today. Not what I would have expected at all. I was shocked to see it go on 15 minutes, never mind 2 hours. Certainly, no question, they printed more of this than they have for any Pokemon Center exclusive ETB in the Scarlet and Violet era. The question is just how much. I think from what I'm seeing today, significantly more of these. Now let's go into how to check that position I talked to you about. It's not it's not hard to do, but it's kind of hidden in some of the developer portions of your web browser. So hold on a second, we'll switch views and we'll go over that. All right, here we are on the Pokemon Center website. What we can do, actually the queue is still up right now. You can right click inspect, and you're going to come down here and you're going to click network. This is similar for Chrome, right? You're going to look for that network tab here in the developer preview that comes up, and then you're going to go to response over here, and you can click on these to see that response, and you can see position here, and that's what that is. That's your position in line, and these will keep updating, and you can see if we stay here for a second, that position will actually start to decrease. So again, this was over 2 million at one point, and actually I'm in right now because the queue is so low because there's nothing in stock. So this is just people checking things out right now. So again, that's pretty simple. Again, click inspect or click F12, right click inspect, and you can get to that window there and get to network here. And that's where you can check that position next time you're in the queue for the Pokemon Center website. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And let's talk about giveaway here. So now with the end of the video, if you want to get entered in a 151 2-pack giveaway, we're going to crack these packs for you, and any pulls get shipped to you. Again, my little way of giving back to the community here. All you got to do is you got to subscribe, and you got to leave me a comment below, something positive. And in a couple days, I'll pull a random name and I'll reply to your comment. And that's that. So if you like what we're doing, we also have a membership opened up here on the channel. A couple different tiers. There's a tip jar if you just want to throw a couple nickels my way. And we have a couple other levels too. One of them being more of an analytical level. We're going to start looking at some data here, some back end stuff. To try to give you a little bit of an edge here in the market. So if that's of interest to you, click the join button below. And with that, we'll see you on the next one. PokeMarketLab out.